There used to be a simple mathematical equation at the heart of American life, where steady work and discipline equals a family home and summer vacations. The promise was clear. If you played by the rules, the economy guaranteed a baseline of stability. Today, that stability is disappearing for millions of people who continue to follow those same rules. This struggle represents a shift in the economic environment, where the basic requirements of stability have been repriced. Many Americans are taking home higher salaries than any previous generation, yet that money carries less purchasing power than ever before. Buying a home feels impossible for many families. Healthcare costs are soaring, and education has become a persistent debt trap. As the cost of staying alive outpaces income, middle-class life has transitioned into a cycle of survival. This system was built during the economic expansion following World War II, an era defined by industrial scale and domestic growth. Booming manufacturing jobs paid wages high enough that a single income could support an entire household. These wages allowed for the rapid expansion of suburban home ownership, making the middle class the dominant feature of the American landscape. This economic baseline created a unique period of national stability and brought optimism for the future. Over time, the priorities of the economy shifted. Corporations moved manufacturing jobs overseas to maximize efficiency and profit margins. Automation began to occupy the factory floor, replacing human labor in key industrial sectors. This led to the divergence. Starting in the 1970s, wage growth decoupled from the cost of living, which curved sharply upward. This cost line then fractures as housing, healthcare, and tuition surge well beyond the reach of a stagnant paycheck. This mathematical gap between flat income and rising costs broke the fundamental formula for middle-class life. To bridge the widening gap between earnings and expenses, the middle class adopted a new mechanism to stay afloat. Millions of Americans began using debt as a substitute for income, borrowing to cover the rising costs of their daily lives. Mortgages, car loans, and student debt became standard requirements. Credit cards provided the final layer of temporary liquidity. The middle class became increasingly dependent on debt just to maintain a baseline of stability. Modern inflation acted as the final pressure point on an already debt-soaked population. Prices for groceries, energy, and rent increased rapidly, making even basic survival feel financially trapping. This created a psychological state of exhaustion, the feeling of working harder just to avoid falling behind. Tangible symptoms of this immense pressure are everywhere, as an entire generation delays marriage, children, and homeownership. These milestones remain out of reach because basic stability has been repriced as a luxury. While middle-class families felt this immense pressure, the wealthiest individuals and corporations accumulated enormous wealth during the same period. A shrinking middle class leads to declining consumer confidence, struggling local communities, and increased societal stress. This divide causes many to lose faith in the underlying economic system. The middle class remains, but for younger Americans, the path toward security is more uncertain than it was for any previous generation. We are left to question whether ordinary people can still build a secure future in a wealthy nation. Subscribe to Hidden Empire Global, where we uncover the hidden forces shaping